Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Young Baca, the American Dream, and I want to welcome you to the B-Side Forum. We get together every other Wednesday night, discuss all things life, all things hip-hop, all things business. But let's not fuck around. Tonight, we're talking about wrestling tonight. Let's not fuck around, man. Real quick, before everything gets started, I want to give everybody a big shout-out that helped support it to the 4th annual Young Baca Productions and the Baca Foundation Thanksgiving Drive. We were able to feed 14 families. We raised over $1,200, so none of that could be possible without people like you, and I appreciate it. Now let's get into our special guest tonight. The man, the myth, the legend. Go ahead and introduce yourself, player.
Oh, me? Oh, man. Okay. I thought he was going there. All right, my bad. I'm Shaye Whitey. I'm actually the producer of the B-Side show. I'm not really out in front of the cameras that often or with a mic. But
well, you don't have a face for cameras, right?
Yeah.
You're backstage kind of guy.
I do have a face for radio, though.
There you go. Me too.
Yeah. Boom. Yeah, so, but thanks for asking me to be on. Actually, honestly, I told this dude earlier, I think I'm a little bit out of my league, though. Like, these guys probably have way more knowledge about the whole
I feel the same way,
inside of the industry.
Yeah, to be honest, there's so much that we don't know everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
but I will say,
knowledge at this table. Right?
One thing I will say though, I think I've been watching it longer only because I'm older than you guys. So that's all I'll say. That's it.
So
I don't know more. That's it.
You said thanks for having me on, but we were at the Hip Hop Warriors movement on Sunday, one of those days.
Oh yeah, Sunday. Shout out Hip Hop Warriors.
Yeah, Hip Hop Warriors. Congratulations to them. They hit their goal for how many? I don't know how many turkeys they
over 50. Their goal was 50. It was way more than that. I don't know the exact count.
That's awesome, man. Shout out to all, and it was really cool because it was all about the kids, breakdancing, art. There was an 11-year-old kid DJ that was killing it, man.
And all the kids were breakdancing.
All the kids were breakdancing.
Like, hey, man, that was dope. Really good stuff.
So you said, are you doing the forum this week? And I said, yeah, I'm going to have the Mega Towers. I'm going to have Brian on. And we're going to talk about wrestling. And you said, okay, I should be on that. Like, and I said, actually, yeah, I guess. Let's do it.
What I remember saying was maybe I'll come and produce that one. But
that's not what you said.
Okay, you will be on? Okay, fine.
Nice. He said, maybe I should be on that. I said, let's do it, man.
Let's do it.
Honestly, Shaye, I think I hang out with you more than I hang out with most people, man. We just spend so much time here at the shop, man. So
I don't know if that's good or bad, but
I drink a lot. I drink a lot more now because of stuff like that. So go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Yeah, man, what's up? How y'all doing, man? It's the Hip Hop Pod, the one and only Drakk, Lesnar, one half of the Hip Hop Tag Team Champions of the world.
That's dope, man. That's dope.
And, yeah, man, we here to talk wrestling. That's what we do, man.
There you go. Go ahead, man.
My name is Brian Andrew. I've been on the B-Side Forum before. I was not going to come back if we were talking hip-hop, but since we're talking wrestling, I drove all the way over here for this.
The Brian
and you also the new co-host of the B-Side Forum Sports Show, right?
Yes, sir.
There you go. We'll talk about that. We got to convince Shaye and Drakk. Let's have a sports show. And we have a special guest DJ tonight as well. Go ahead and introduce yourself, player.
All the way from the OC. Been here before. Love this place. DJ Bostick out here on the ones and twos talking about wrestling. Man.
There you go, man. It worked out great because Ash actually had a event tonight. So I hit up my boy, said, hey, you want to DJ? And here we are, man. What is popping with you, man? Tell us a little bit about the promotion that you have going on.
So I run this little small promotion, not a big deal, but it's called Gold Coast Federation. We just had a show it's still November. Earlier this month, November Rain, very successful show.
And you're humble about it, too.
Oh, I try to be. It's you got to stay humble in this business, I feel, like, as an owner. Like, maybe, when we start getting PWG'd out, then, I might, go a little crazy. But until then, I'm keeping the faith. I'm loving the support.
And you punched a guy in the face.
Yes.
Who'd you punch in the face?
One of our wrestlers, Gio Amazing. Gio Amazing.
Which is a great name, right? Gio Amazing is a great name.
Yeah. He's a good guy, too.
At least y'all think so. But
you don't think so?
He's never.
You think it's corny? No, but do you think it's corny?
Yeah, it's a little bit corny.
So I don't. Gio Amazing is cool. Sometimes people they overthink themselves and they try to give themselves a really cool name. I think Gio Amazing is a great name.
All right, man. I guess his fan feedback is.
What is your favorite wrestler name? Not your favorite wrestler. What is your favorite wrestler name? Yeah,
Glacier by far.
That's good. That's a good name. So you punched the guy in his face. He wanted his money, and you punched him in the face.
Nah, I mean it was just he's trying to talk crazy in the ring. I had to show him what was going on. I just had to show him how we do business up here in GCF. So
I respect that he's going to do the whole show kayfabe too, right? I really respect that.
Are we allowed to ask if it was a work? Or
was it a walking punch or was it a shoot?
It was a working punch, but it was.
But you turned it into a shoot.
It was the excitement of the moment, so it was a shoot.
Do you usually take part in the organization?
Yeah. So I have an on-camera character, RJ.
What
Wallace.
is this?
His name is RJ Wallace. basically just playing me.
Talk
but
about
just-
corny names, dude.
Hey. There's a backstory behind RJ Wallace, okay? You know, RJ, my two first initials, Wallace, the last name of my favorite rapper. So, you know, works out.
You know Biggie's one of the most overrated rappers of all time.
Well, there it is.
Be
There you
ashamed
go.
of yourself.
Brian's like,
Like,
there's the
weren't
hip hop
you just-
starting. I'm out of here.
What the
We're
fuck,
just
dude?
walking around the streets talking about
Like
this.
we're 3 minutes in. Come on, guys.
You went into hip hop real quick.
You're lucky I'm too fat to get out of this chair fast enough.
Yeah. Young Shaye, if you're a wrestler, what would your name be?
Oh man, honestly,
The
probably
Great White Hope.
Shaye Whitey, I think.
Yeah.
I would
Thanks.
just stick
Thanks
with
for
the name
playing
that I've
along.
been given since I was like, you know. I've been
Thanks for
given
playing
the name.
along. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I don't
Thanks.
know. Like, I mean, it's
The
too-
Great White Hope.
If I had more time to think about it, it'd probably come with something.
You didn't know you were gonna be on the show today?
No, I did, but I didn't know you were gonna ask me that
Oh,
question.
you're
man.
right. There you
So,
go.
White
okay.
noise.
Young Doc. The White Noise. That's dope, man. That's dope.
Oh, that could be the name
And
of your
because
finish,
you're behind
right?
the boards and everything. See, that's why you're the
Hey.
man, dude.
Hey, man.
Talk to us a little bit about your promotion that you guys have going
Yeah,
on.
man, I am 1/6 of Rival Pro Wrestling. Probably, I want to say one of the, I want to say quickest growing popularity-wise indie, promotions over here in the IE. We're mostly in Pomona. Yeah, we're supposed to be coming back February, man. And yeah, Jamal, you know how it is. Promoting is not the easiest thing in the world. It is fun, but it's funny because like I hear a lot, man. Some people come up, living a dream. And it doesn't feel like a dream. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But when it comes together, it's excellent. It's excellent.
What's your favorite match so far that you guys put together?
Favorite match so far? That's tough. I'm gonna probably go with. We recently had a gauntlet match at the last one. That winner got #1 contendership against our champ Willie Mack, who he's blown up like crazy.
Willie Mack's out there killing it, right?
Yeah.
What other championships is he holding right now?
He's got too many, man. I know he's got something in. He was in
He's like the
AAA,
national
Impact,
champion in
NWA. Yeah, he's a
NWA,
national
I think.
champion.
Yeah, he beat Cody Rhodes, right?
No, that
Oh.
was it. Was like a six.
See, I'm so embarrassed now that I'm embarrassed
no,
for the
sometimes you
side.
gotta-
Man, I'm gonna just fall back. I'm gonna fall back. My bad. Damn,
you good.
damn.
You good. You in your bag, man. It's all good. Nah, what it is I think because he won the 10 pounds of gold, so NWA everyone goes right for Cody. They introduced a new title. I'm gonna say I'm not a big fan of how it looks. It's like basically the United States, like the continent, or just the country.
I think I've seen the picture.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it looks kind of funky.
Yeah, it is. But shouts to Willie. He is the champ. But yeah, no, that.
But I like Willie Mack because he looks fat as hell, right? And he's out there killing it. He's
Man,
athletic.
He does his thing, man. He's probably one of the most friendliest guys as well. I remember one of my favorite memories is summarizing the first one was obviously booked on the same day as that McGregor fight with
Little
Mayweather.
fight.
Yeah.
Little Mayweather McGregor fight, little
I
fight.
remember right
Which
after
is
the
pretty much
show-
wrestling too, right? That was all
Oh,
wrestling.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
the way they
But
build
right
it up.
after the show, we were all just watching it. Me, Mac, and then the rest of the crew, like on basically IG Live, while everyone was scrambling to pay X amount of dollars to get it all. You know what I mean? So, but nah, yeah, man, Mac's always a great guy. But yeah, matches. We had a 6-pack challenge. Was one of Human Tornado's. I want to say. I don't want to say his last match, but a lot of people did not think he was going to be there. But we had tables, chairs, all kinds of stuff going on. Someone did a 450 off a ladder. That was dope, But,
I can't even climb up a ladder, dude. I can't imagine something
no,
like
you're
that.
not going to find me do that either. No, not tall people. We don't do that.
Hey, can I ask you? I think one of your events, I saw that you guys were gonna have Scott Hall out there. Did he end up showing up? Or
No, what happened was Scott Hall did catch a stomach virus. I'm just going to go ahead and say this because it's
Doing that coke again. Let's talk about it, Doc.
No. What it is
Hey,
we had done business with someone that does meet and greets, and they do great business. And I hate to air out stuff like this, but I got it
It's just
corrected.
us, dude.
What it is he had known about it. I'd say about a week or two before. We had been urging to get a statement out. It didn't come out till late. We ended up arranging the statement. It was pre-approved.
I don't want to cut you off. So he knew about his stomach virus a week before the event?
Yeah, yeah, and it was kind of touch and go. I was very much like, because when we saw everything and it said, hey, I might go to the ER, to me, when you say that, that means you're expecting to go. So when I saw that a week prior, I was already, we were already trying to like let people know. But the reason I bring it up is because we've had some mutual friends. Because that's the thing, man. When you're in the wrestling business, you know a lot of the same people. And a lot of the same people go to the same shows. And what he did, and I'm not going to say his name, but the guy we worked with started telling people we pulled out of the deal. This was the deal.
Which, as me as a promoter, would infuriate me.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's not what happened, you know. And the deal was this: we were paying nothing. We were just hosting a normal meet and greet, but would be at our show, and that's all it was. He was paying for everything else.
So,
that was it.
So it's a different price option.
Yeah,
to buy a ticket to the show.
Yeah, all the pricing was on him. We were just selling tickets to the show. But if you wanted to,
pay an additional, you could meet this man. Okay.
Exactly. You know, so, but you know, we didn't have a huge backlash from that. A lot of people understood. You know, it's
shit happens.
Things
it
happen.
happens.
You know, yeah. But we did hate that we didn't get a chance to have that because we did have our original main event. Killer Kevin Cross was making his debut. He was gonna, I believe, go against Bully Mack. They both had contractual obligations. Cross had to go to AAA for AAA Mania, or Triple Mania, I should say. Mac, he started doing work in Dragon Gate, and that's nowhere close to Pomona, California. So, but we ended up getting a pretty dope, you know, kind of filler in main event. We had, PJ Black, formerly Justin Gabriel, but he came in, he did his thing. And I believe it was a Bandito. I'm trying to remember the name of the guy we had that came in, another luchador, but they tore the house down, and there was no title in line. It was just sheer back and forth for the culture, and that was a dope match as well.
What is your reaction when somebody says, "Hey," when you hear that this is going on, this guy's saying you guys packed out the deal? What do you say? What's your approach as a promoter?
If someone's saying we packed out the show, I mean,
I'm saying when you packed, when you stepped away from the Scott Hall deal, when they said, "Hey, they didn't fulfill their obligation, that's why it's not happening." What do you do as a promoter to kind of clean things up?
I mean, what we had to do, I mean, you know how it is, like whether it's hip-hop or wrestling, if you promote something to be there, people expect it to be there. So if it's not going to be there, you got to do everything you can to get in front of that bullet. So what we were doing, we're just touching base with people, letting them know, hey, this is something that was not in our control, you know, health-wise. Like, and at the same time, even if he wasn't 100% sick, but wasn't 100% well, we wouldn't have wanted him there. You know what I mean? We care about his well-being. He's a bad guy.
That's why you doing the game,
I mean?
man. I would have sat his sick ass down there.
You wanted to show up like that. What was
that's why you doing the game.
I think you owe Scott Hall a receipt, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so.
yeah, that's true.
You don't want it to be like that show. What was that one? I seen it on YouTube. It's from years ago where he showed up so like he could barely speak.
Oh man, all those guys, man.
I think I seen one with Jake the Snake.
Yeah, Jake the Snake. Like that's awful, man. But all those guys seem like they're turning their life around. And
yeah, that's good though, man. I'm like big fans of those guys
yoga.
too.
Yeah, which it can't be anything groundbreaking, right?
I don't know, man.
Like, you think Diamond Dallas Page is coming up with these new yoga positions that have
it's
never
just
been
the focus
discovered?
That he's getting. Maybe he knows how to talk
I
to
think
people.
it's the way he's motivating you. Yeah, it's
all.
probably things that are basic stretches, I'd assume, but it's just with his flavor on it.
Yeah,
you know, and
especially because he's known those guys for so many years, so they trust him. You know, so it's like.
Yeah.
What do you do as a? I was on Instagram today, and I saw that Lauryn Hill showed up to an event 2 hours late, and then she performed for half an hour.
Oh yeah,
which has to be frustrating, right?
Oh yeah, but that's also like if you don't know that that's what you're gonna get from Lauryn Hill, then.
But at what point do you not expect it? But at what point do you not expect it though?
Right? I don't know, man.
First of all, this isn't about wrestling. Second of all,
second strike.
Yeah, get in there, Brian.
Lauryn Hill's pulled this crap before, so you know that's the risk when you're bringing her in.
Yeah, but at some point you trust the promotion or the promoter that's putting something on, if it's wrestling or if it's hip hop, and then at what point is enough enough? There has to be a million wrestlers that have destroyed relationships because they just do bad business, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm sure that list is endless. But
you don't have to say any names, but is there wrestlers that you don't fuck with because they did bad business?
There is definitely a wrestler that
now you have to say the
personally don't fuck with, but it's just because basically we had a match. He agreed to it. The way I look at it, we're all, you guys are contractors. You're getting paid to do what we need you to do. And a match that was advertised, that was heavily advertised, first time ever, was changed on the spot. And there was no consideration, and
I know who it is.
And then after that, you guys do. And after that, he tried to say that I caught him on Twitter telling people that was our idea, and that pissed me off.
So you don't say a name, but it was a first time ever these two wrestlers were going to go against each other.
Yeah.
And he said, "I'm not going against that man."
Basically,
he said, "No,
what
yob."
it was he messed up a main event, a first time by trying to combine matches. He didn't want to wait because
he had to skate, right?
Exactly. He and another guy that was wrestling later on the card that was in that match came together, and he decided, nah, I don't want to stay that long, basically. And I get it, but it's also like, but
You shouldn't get it. No, we're paying you. You know what's happening.
yeah.
You don't get to come into our promotion because, you know, me and you were back in this thing together now,
So-
and dictate what goes on.
So it was one of the options where they could just go on earlier, and then
we tried everything.
Yeah.
Like, but it was one of those things where I saw it like starting, like, you know, like, hey, what do you guys think of this idea while we were putting them, you know, the ring together. And I said, man, he's asked about this idea a couple times. And it just went from, oh, this could be a, you know, I'm just trying to help out, to, no, this is what we're doing now. You know, and then I remember I was the one that was like the handler that day with the talent, and I'm just literally watching him poison the pool. You know what I mean? Like, he's just going around telling people, this is the new plan. They okayed it, and no one really did. You know, but that was our second show in, and I think we might have gone in over our head. It was a great venue, but not the one that's our permanent home now, which is the Finish Line Bar and Grill. That place is
It looks super dope, man.
Beautiful
yeah,
spot.
man.
Yeah, it
Love
looks
that place.
awesome, man.
Love that place.
Beautiful
Yeah,
spot.
man.
So what do you do in that position? Talent says,
yeah,
this is what we're doing. You guys just say,
I mean, back then we weren't as organized, so the room was a little split. Everyone kind of knew what the right move was, but given the guy who it was and his name value, I think there's a little intimidation. But we moved, you know, we lived and we learned, and we applied it to the next show and moved on. We haven't, I mean, to that credit, I don't think we've used him since, but he's also, his popularity's picked up. You know, he had the wrestler, you know, he ended up having a baby, so you gotta get that money. So, you know, but
if it's up to you, and there's they say, hey, do we use this guy again? What do you say?
I mean, it does. That conversation's happened. They get where I'm coming from, but they also know it's business, and I know it's business too. So
you're yay or nay?
at this point, yay, because
You do what's best for business, right?
Exactly.
See, that's how the authority starts
Yeah.
right there. You see that?
Would you put him in a position where it's a safer booking to an extent?
Oh yeah,
for
I
the-
will probably have them first two matches. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that way, that would never be a position we put ourselves again.
I can't imagine that people want to go the first two matches. Am I
Some
ignorant
do.
about
Well,
that?
I know
Double
some
book.
wrestlers double book. Like, I'm not part of the wrestling promoting thing, but I know I've seen I've seen people's Instagrams where, hey, I'm doing this event at 4 p.m. and then they're
Yep.
doing another at 8
Yep.
and stuff like that.
And
so
we've
I
had
can-
guys that go, "Hey, I'm also booked in this neighboring city. Can I go on first?" And then sometimes it'll be the day.
That
of
would
the
piss
show,
me
you know?
off. That would get me
Well,
upset.
I mean, yeah, it does piss. But that's the business, man. I mean, you know, and not to take it back to hip hop, but we both know when people go, "Hey, man, can I go on later? Because this, and that, or can I go on sooner? Because whatever."
Or I
You
tell
know
them, I
what
say,
I'm
fuck
saying?
no, do whatever.
Hey, how does it go for as far as like as the attendance? Do people like do most of the people stay for the whole show, or do you see people like shuffling in and out? Or
No, for the most, especially at a new venue, it's just got a way better vibe, and I've yet to see anybody like leave. You know, the spot we were at before.
Because they pay to come to the show. They want to stay for the show.
Exactly, you know, and I think it's just the atmosphere, because the spot we were at before, not a bad spot, but maybe not the best spot room wise, which was in Pomona. I'm trying to remember the characters. Yes.
Yeah, you
like,
shouldn't have wrestling at characters.
Yeah, you know exactly. 'cause
You
got
should
your
actually
local-
knock down characters.
You shouldn't even have hip hop. You shouldn't have hip
But you
hop
know what,
characters
hey,
either.
but we had a pretty dope hardcore match there too, where they were all over there in the pool hall
So
and everything.
I've been to characters. Does the inside and does the outside? Did you guys
Yeah.
have the ring outside?
We had, it's always been
Okay.
outside, but if they, what's his name, Crazy Ron, if he's on the card, he's gonna go hardcore.
I think I've seen the picture of that guy. I've never seen him wrestle, but I was like, I gotta see that
Yeah,
guy.
Looks
he's
nuts.
entertaining, man. Oh yeah, he is, but he's entertaining, man. He's great. So,
How nasty was that?
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
not at all.
Beer,
No.
so it's good, bro. It's from the Golden Road Brewing Company. You know.
Golden Road makes good beer, man.
Yeah,
It does.
that's-
What do you look for when you go to an indie wrestling show?
I just expect, to be honest, like sometimes you go to indie shows and you think.
No, we want you to lie on the show. That's what we want you to do.
Well, it's just like you sometimes expect like crazy ass wrestling, but really these wrestlers just want to put on a decent show, and then you might get a match where it's like at least 3.5 to 4 stars, maybe at the
From
most.
the Brian Andrews scale?
From the Brian Andrews scale. But like to be honest, like everyone thinks indie shows are just like action packed wrestling, but if like you watch All In, it was more entertaining than it actually was.
Yeah, actually, I remember
Like,
that event where you guys. I don't know if you guys were there a few years back at Industry Hills right here.
Oh yeah.
So I
Insanity
remember a lot of those
Field,
wrestlers
yeah.
were really trying to get their characters over with the people.
Yeah.
Like they were like interacting with the audience. You know, you had
White noise.
The buff guys were like talking to the ladies, and these, and like they had the
Oh,
flamboyant guy, and then the guy coming off the top of the rafter. I mean,
Oh,
that
yeah, that's
that
right,
was
that's
like
right,
that was
yeah,
just crazy.
yeah.
And by that point, everybody was already kind of like. They had been drinking. Like everybody, by that point, everybody was all into it. Even like the people that were just kind of casually watching, everybody just rushed over there. They all went over there. They started like filming it, like and I remember even
like,
the homie Fresh Raheem grabbed a chair and threw it. Like, and one of the security guards told him, "Hey, come." Like he just got too into it. He just really got wrapped up into it. Like So it was like
well, Baca, we went to the CWF show in Oxnard, and the only action-packed match really was Joey Ryan versus Willie Mack.
Which is dope.
Which was dope, but everything else was
Joey
just
Ryan
a regular good.
yeah.
Joey Ryan's one of my top 5 favorite indie wrestlers. So
He's dope. He's really one of those guys that put himself over.
Yeah.
That really started being a buzz him. What is this color combination that you have going on? Did you try to match your sweater and your pants? Is that what
No, to
happened?
be honest, so I had black pants, but they had stains on them.
Listen, this is a family show, dude. We don't need to know about. We don't need to know all your information, my
It's
guy.
hard for Stains to show him black.
Yeah.
So, going back to my stains on my pants. So, yeah, so they were stained, so I decided to wear the red pants, and then my undershirts were a little stained as well.
I wish
It was a
I
laundry day.
had as much confidence as you to pull something like this off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can never wear that color pants. I just can't do it. I wear black pants all the time.
Yeah.
And then I texted you, "Is Mango cart cool?" And you said, "Cool."
Well, yeah, because I'm driving and I'm texting with my left hand. I didn't expect you to
First
show
of
up with a.
I doubt you drove.
I drove. I got a new SUV outside.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you
Is
saw
it
me
yours?
pull up, right?
Is it yours or is it your Uber's?
Listen, it's. I'm not going to tell you.
Time it's right now, man.
I'm not going to tell you whose name it's under, but I drove it here.
Okay.
One of those things. So big fuck you to this guy over here.
Oh, hey, thanks, because I was actually just gonna text him before. Hey, are you bringing beer, right? Or if not, okay, but hey, you came through it.
There you go.
I don't care what kind of beer it is.
You guys have alcohol at your event?
The second event we did. The first event we didn't because we were at a Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, come on.
But yeah, I think the best way to go.
So my question is, do you feel like that's necessary for an event like that to have alcohol?
Yeah.
It makes it better, right? It makes it better.
Yeah, it is. Because trust me, man, when I go to shows, like, okay, we went to New Japan, not this September. What was it? What would you say, like March or something?
March, yeah,
right?
yeah.
And how bad was that whole beer situation? We walked in. First, I mean, that venue
They were
was
gone
dope.
like
We were
half
at-
the show
Yeah,
trying to
man,
get
yeah,
beer.
just trying. Right, so we were at Walter's Pyramid, dope venue. If you guys ever been there, and so we go there, and like it's a great spot. Like the ring set up great, and so we're like, all right, let's get in line. We're gonna go get beers. We're in line, going short. Then like, it was your wristband, and we're like, what wristband? Oh, the wristband line is that way on the other side, and it's got like at least 45 people.
So they're not checking your ID when you walk in
No,
the venue.
no,
They have
no.
you walk in. Oh, if you want to get a wristband to drink, you need to go wait in line over there.
Exactly.
So they're missing matches at the point. At that
Yeah,
point,
yeah,
when they're in line,
exactly.
too.
We're like trying to watch them, and we're hearing them from the beer line. You know what I mean? But yeah, my norm when I go to shows, it's first thing I do is find my seats, find the nearest beer guy, and get 2 of them beers, and I'm sitting. You know?
It makes the show a lot more fun,
Oh yeah,
right?
definitely. Because then you stop being so conscious about like, ah man, I want to like just chant for this dude, but this kid over here wearing the Cena stuff.
Do you
I
take
don't-
do you
know
take
what
that
I mean?
into
Like,
do you take that in consideration? Like you don't want to
Nope.
do anything because the people surrounding you.
fuck no.
So then why do you need bill for that? I wouldn't think
the way
about
I
that.
look at it is
As
if
long
I
as you're not
pay
as
for
long
my
as you're not
ticket-
vulgar, as long as you don't say
You're not one of those dudes that goes like little kid with the John Cena shirt, like fuck John Cena, you little.
No, I've never gone that hard, but I'm not gonna like
there was
censor
a- there was a-
myself.
there
You know
was-
what I mean? Because like, if I like the heel in the match, you know what I'm saying? Like if like Randy Orton going ham on a John Cena, like
You're still
I'm
cheering
cool
for Randy Orton?
for Orton because that's who I want to see win the match. But I've been there where I've cheered for the opponent, and the kid will literally keep looking back at me. He got wristbands on, headband, and his
No, 'cause he's
dad's
a passionate
looking-
kid. He's like, yo, what's poppin'?
But then his dad's looking like like he wants to ask me to stop, and I want him to ask me so I can tell him fuck no.
Well,
You wouldn't say fuck though.
You paid for those tickets.
Exactly.
You could root for whoever you want. I understand as long as you're not maybe cussing in front of
Yeah,
If
so
you're
I'm
not
not
cussing or
disrespecting
being
you.
being
Yeah,
disrespectful.
because in the
punk
same
ticket.
head,
I
then that
think-
same kid will stand up on their seat in front of me, and then I gotta say, fuck no, I gotta say
And
something.
keep in mind, like John
What
Cena.
do you say to the kid? Hey,
Well, hold on. Keep in mind, John.
I always point it to the parent. I just go, hey,
nah, fuck that. Go straight to
Well,
the
Get
source.
your kid.
Hey, man.
I was gonna say, keep in mind, John Cena's probably going over anyways, so the kid's gonna get what he wants.
True.
And the kid's
Exactly.
gonna-
So it's like,
yeah.
let me have
To
this.
to piggyback on that,
Stopping your dreams.
I would say one of my favorite moments as a fan in the crowd was No Mercy last year. And it was Cena versus Roman.
Yeah.
I saw you at that. Remember when we walked by? I saw you?
When
That's
you,
right.
When you took my belt.
Listen, it's a great feeling when you're walking down the Staples Center and someone says, "Yo, Young Baca," you're like, "Yo, what's poppin', man? Oh, what's good?" I got my little Sharpie out. I was ready to sign it. But he's like, "No, what the fuck?"
And-
See, Drakk, shut your mic off, dude.
Right, dang.
There you go.
I remember, weren't we all like tweeting?
yeah, we're all
Yeah. We had a group text. We had a group
Enzo,
text.
Enzo won the cruiserweight.
Enzo won the cruiserweight.
I
Was like,
somebody said,
no.
if Enzo wins this, I'm a quit.
So what I was talking about before the show is like usually my frustration is layered stuff. So I remember Enzo beat Neville, and then that was the first time in my life I was probably rooting for John Cena against Roman, and then John Cena took like gave like 4 F5s. I mean not F5s, attitude adjustments.
Yeah.
I was
Get
thinking
this guy out of here, Shay. He doesn't know what he's talking
I
about,
was
dude.
thinking
Damn.
F my bad. I was thinking of 2006.
No,
John
that's
Cena.
called the
I was
FU.
even
That was
wearing
better
one.
name
I
for
think I
that
was even
move.
wearing a John Cena shirt to that show.
Yeah.
Probably were.
Just because I was going so hard for my anti-Roman fan.
Yeah.
Right. And now when he comes back, he's gonna have the biggest pop in the world.
Did you see? So this is another question I was going to ask. I didn't want to cut you off. So you went to No Mercy. You're cheering for John Cena. There's a little kid next to you that's trying to go for Roman Reigns. or
Oh,
what?
there was like a solid 15
yeah.
kids in my section that were cheering
there were
Roman,
stands
and
everywhere
I'm
for
standing
Roman.
behind these kids flipping off Roman when he's standing on top.
Well, see, that's a little crazy, right?
Like,
You flip-
fuck
that's a little
Roman.
nuts when you're flipping off the guy that just beat
right,
cancer.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The guy that just beat cancer,
Well,
you're flipping him off.
remember when we went to Bakersfield and everyone was rooting for Roman Reigns? There was not one mark.
It was strange.
There was no marks in the crowd.
Well, Bakersfield's a little strange because it seemed like everyone was missing one chromosome. Right? There was something wrong with everybody. You been to Bakersfield? Shay, have you been to Bakersfield?
I probably passed through, but not been
Yeah.
to an event there.
So
Like,
you've been to Chino? It's Chino if you double it up. That's exactly.
Dang.
What it is.
Dang, he talking about your city now, man.
Hey,
Chino's one of the
There you
safest
go.
neighborhoods in
Hey,
the state.
man.
bro.
I've been
I
to
live
Chino.
in Chino Hills, though.
Oh, there you go. That's a little
okay.
different.
Yeah, Hills got eyes, though.
So let me ask you.
Home Alonzo
Let me
Ball.
ask you. This Monday
Hey.
night, Dean Ambrose said.
It wasn't too far.
No, let me ask my question for the people that are watching.
Sorry, man. I'm sorry.
He says
There's non-wrestling people watching
Yeah,
this.
this is-
Okay.
There's somebody that turned on the B-side phone. They said, "What the fuck is going on?"
They're gonna go back to hip-hop,
What
right?
I'm talking about.
They're gonna play video.
Yo, what's
right?
Baca talking about? He says. So Dean Ambrose says Roman Reigns deserved everything he got, meaning the cancer that he got. The guy has leukemia.
oh man.
Do
he
you
said that?
think?
I
Do you
missed
think?
that.
Yeah. Do
What
you
he
think that's?
said-
What do you
he
say
said
exactly?
Was, he was alluding that when the camera stopped rolling, the Shield did some real dirty things. Is what he was saying. Like maybe bury people, like political. Who knows? So he was just saying that at the end of the day, we're all going to get what we deserve. Roman, he's got to answer to the big guy upstairs. It's like, but Seth, you got to answer to me. That's worse.
So he's
And that's
implying that he got cancer and he deserved what he got. Is that too far for you, Shaye Whitey?
I don't know if you said it in that way. Like it's not really direct.
No matter
like
what
that.
he said,
I
he
mean, if
implied
if
he
came out-
implied that he deserves to get cancer.
Yeah, I mean it is.
The reason why I don't think it is because he's had it before, like the whole time before he revealed.
So-
hey, I'm
so-
gonna be gone.
And I'm sure Roman's okay in some
yeah,
of this stuff.
exactly. I was just gonna
Yeah,
say
yeah.
that. I'm sure he talked to him about, hey, let's go ahead
Yeah,
and
for
do it.
sure.
Just the same way with.
Listen, let me say something.
The same way with that girl broke Jim the Anvil Neidhart's glasses. Those weren't his real glasses.
Oh,
I'm sure.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
they made it like a
Natalia's
thing. You
a-
know what I mean? What was her name?
Well, keep in
Ruby,
Natalia's a
right?
bitch,
Ruby
so it doesn't
Riott,
matter.
yeah.
Stephanie
You don't make
at the
Natalia
beginning
cry like that, right?
Stephanie at the beginning of the night made a dismemberment joke. It's
Yeah.
like a
Saying
few
getting
weeks after
dismembered is bad for business after what happened in Saudi Arabia.
yeah, and like I didn't.
You want to say what happened in Saudi Arabia for the people that don't know?
So a journalist went into the Saudi consulate and to get like marriage papers, and basically
He never
was
came back out.
He was dismembered. He was killed. Saudi Arabia said they didn't do it. Eventually, they agreed that they did it, and all this is going on. The WWE had a book show in Saudi Arabia, and they I thought they shouldn't do it. But they
it was
did
a
it.
omen, bro.
Yeah.
That show was not only that was probably the worst show I've ever watched.
Bad. I think
No,
Evolution
that
was
was
way
bad.
better.
Hey, I was like,
Evolution
What the
Yeah.
hell was that
definitely
Shane
way
McMahon
better.
shit too? Like I was like, what the hell's going
Whoa,
on?
whoa,
here?
Shay, Mike, Shay
Come on,
White.
hey, I was a fan
Shane
of his
McMahon's the greatest of all
He went
time,
too-
dude.
he went too far with
Let's
that.
chill a little bit, my guy.
Shane
Not in my
McMahon
world.
is probably
Not
the
best
most.
in my world.
Shane McMahon's dope.
Shane McMahon's the most frustrating person on TV right now, in my opinion.
So,
Yes.
so the first time you get leukemia, you have a 35% chance of surviving it. The second time you get it, if it comes back as an adult, you have the first time you have a 65% chance of surviving it.
Oh, and it goes
The
down.
second time you have a 35% chance of surviving it, which is really crazy
guys
if
want to-
Roman Reigns passes away and Dean Ambrose is on TV saying he got what he deserved. I think that's a little nuts,
Well,
right?
you didn't say. You just spoke that into existence. So
Well,
I hope you
no.
feel like a cringe when
No,
that
no, no.
happens.
God. Hey,
I had-
Prince
I-
Sloan.
listen.
Wrestling gods JBL.
There's no
I
way.
had cancer, so I can make fun of
There's
it.
no way
True.
Vince McMahon's been trying to push Roman Reigns as the top babyface, and this is not going to happen. This is the biggest babyface moment in Roman Reigns' career when he comes back. There's no way
It's
that's
the best
not
thing to happen in
happening.
his career, right?
There's no way that's not happening.
That's the young Baca booking school right there.
you
Like,
know
get
what?
cancer.
Hey, honestly, like if this was the right shit they should have done with Roman a long time ago, is they should have just turned him heel when everybody started booing him all the time. He should have started talking shit
But
to the fans.
they
like,
wanted to
"Fuck
push
you
it.
guys, you're
They
just
should
hating
have
on-"
told
I mean,
everyone-
they can't say that on TV, but yeah, you know what I
Yeah.
mean. Like,
They did the
hey,
noble
just hate on me
thing.
because I'm better than you.
Yeah.
I look better. Like he could have done that. They could have made him a heel. I think he would have got over
like,
him.
seriously, it's like, and don't get me wrong, like, I love that Dean finally turned heel because I've been watching Dean when he was in NXT. Wasn't NXT? It was what was it? It was
FCW.
FCW.
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
And like when that heel Dean is like awesome. The one that used to team with Sammy Callahan back in the day.
And
you
then
know?
OVW
And now-
before
yeah,
that.
exactly. And now he's kind of doing his Sammy Callahan right now because he's being like a crazy. You know what I mean? But I will say that if there was ever a time that they should have pulled the trigger on Roman, like since it's been this long, they could have just really pulled it. He should have turned heel if he obviously wasn't going to be out with disease. You know what I'm saying? And 'cause
but
no one would have. They would have. Everyone thought it was going.
I honestly started going for him more when people started hating on him, and I felt like I don't know why. It's just like why are they hating on this guy? Like he wasn't
should've
that bad.
turned
He had
heel
good
when he beat
matches.
Shay's like he's good looking. I don't know why he don't like
Yeah,
him.
he has longer
That's why
hair
people
than me,
don't like
you know. Like,
No, it's just like it's just like Vince basically comes out. He's just like, oh, this is my boy. He's gonna get the world, and everyone's like, the biggest spoiler to like. It's like coming out and telling like right before your new season of what have you. Like Walking Dead comes out and he says, hey, this is what's happening this season.
Right.
Look forward to it.
Well-
are you gonna watch or are you gonna get mad?
Well,
So
It's weird because I remember when I first saw Roman Reigns, and I think some fans felt the same way, which everyone said, hey, this is the guy that's going to maybe push Cena to the side, and maybe we'll have a new top guy, right?
Nope.
But the thing is, then Roman had that injury mid-year, and it
yeah,
kind of
he had that hernia.
yeah, and it kind of killed his momentum. And then all of a sudden he's coming back and he's taking spots from other people. And then so I don't think people necessarily was mad at Roman. It's just they were mad that Roman was being booked at the expense of other people.
Yeah,
And-
and he was kind of getting exposed at that time
Yeah.
too, because he was having longer matches, and people started realizing, oh, it's just
It's
the
happening.
drop kick and
Yeah.
the
Oh.
punch and the
Superman
spear.
punch.
no, but my thing is he looks
Yeah.
believable though as a bad a
It's like
dominant-
a badass, right?
Yeah, you know what I
There's
mean?
nothing
And that's
wrong
the
with
thing.
that.
You have to
Yeah,
go
yeah.
with that. You know, like no disrespect to like Daniel Bryan, but he doesn't. You know,
You
I
could
mean,
fuck him
he's
up,
dope.
right?
No, I'm just.
I could fuck him up.
it's
I
just-
know
it's
I
just-
can.
just
I know
for
I
a-
could fuck him up.
I'm not like for a
I don't
casual
know, man. He
fan
stopped
that
the
doesn't really
robber
watch. They'll look at him
live
and go,
and, you know.
"Oh, what is this guy gonna do?" But if they watch, they'll be surprised, of course. But it's just like that's just the way they push. I think. You know?
Yeah.
And the thing is, Roman never really, in terms of image, stepped away from the Shield look.
Thank you. I was just gonna say
And
that.
I feel like if he had his
He
own,
should unsip his
if he had his
vest, right? I
he,
would.
he
Look
probably
on
had
the
he
song.
probably had the best abs in the business at the time, and he shouldn't have been shirtless. And he should have had his own music because if they ever do bring the
Thank
Shield
you.
back, when that
Exactly.
Shield music hits, everyone will probably pop. Now it's just hearing Roman Reigns' music,
Yeah, except
while
with
everyone
the,
else is walking.
with the Delta, so, with that
Yeah.
in the beginning. It's like a
Right.
small 5-second intro. Yeah, because when they teased it the night, last year, but then who was it? Was it Dean that went out and Angle had
Yeah.
to come in? And I remember right before then, I thought the same thing. I was just like, all Roman's doing is switching vests, and he gets to keep his music. 'Cause that also added, I think, to well, why does he get everything? Like he was the
So-
one guy who did, you know what I mean?
So
He left
that
the Shield with the
was my thing
music
too,
and everything,
because
you know?
you had Seth and Dean who've proven they are main event players. They've proven that they can handle their own. But when you put them with Roman, and then all of a sudden they're all coming out to Roman's music, it makes it look like they're just helping Roman. They're just his
Roman
lackeys.
featuring the Shield.
You know, it's Roman's group. When
Well, it's
if you
funny.
if you look back, Seth was the architect in the first Shield,
Yep.
and we all thought actually Dean was the one that was going to get the
Yep.
individual push. So
Let's do this. Let's take a break because I can feel the female viewership just going down minute by minute. So with that being said, man, we're gonna go play this new video by Slum the Resident featuring Sino himself. Filmed in beautiful Queensbridge. Shout out to Queensbridge for always showing Young Baca Productions love. We got an event with Queensbridge Housing Department coming up in a few months. Shout out to Hip Hop Mike Hot 97. It was his birthday a few days ago. He shows us a lot of love. So let's get it, baby. B-side for me. Back in a minute.
Slum the motherfucking resident, the park bench prophet, product of my environment, poverty USA. I rep that, nigga. You already know what the fuck it is though, man. This here for my street niggas and all my niggas in the projects. For all my hustlers up in the kitchen, cooking coke in that Pyrex. Niggas out here hating on me, ask me if I give a fuck. I got killers that kill killers, my killers can't wait to let them guns bust. Bitch, you looking at a real nigga, so recognize a real nigga. Those that know me know I ain't no phony, I always keep it trill, nigga. Fuck your swag and fuck your swag, nigga, this be that G shit. When I was younger, they used to tell me that I ain't never gonna be shit. 12 years old, started smoking weed. 16, slinging crack. 18, dedicated to these streets and making cash. Now you read about me on the magazines, see my fat ass on the TV screen, but I'm still posted on the block because real niggas do real things. Purple weed, purple drink, syrup though, no Waffle House. Round here we wildin' out and we ride around with them choppers out, nigga. Bang, 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 do 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 do. Bang, 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 do 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 do. Bang, 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 do 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 do. Bang, 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 bang. Chill. You already know what the fuck it is, nigga. I'm fucking out here, nigga. NYC, Queensbridge, let's go. Who they gonna pick is me and you. Swag amazing and go through the roof. She said she like my mission too. Told her I need head while I'm in the booth. From New York, Queens, baby, I'm the truth. But rap ain't dead cause I'm living proof. Didn't have the crib, I fucked her on the roof. Better stack your money and stay out the loop. Tryna shoot your shot, then you better shoot. Tryna shoot your shot, then you better shoot. Couple gates, a couple killers I recruit. My favorite color, true, you know it's blue. They see you cooking, now they notice you. Think you got money, they all over you. Don't tell me lies, I'd rather hear the truth. Now I feel like 2x4, he had the juice. I was grinding, I was spending money, tryna see the sunshine. My mama didn't really like it as a son, I had to grind. Every time I put my mind to it, I grind, then you see me shine. Even when you think I'm down and now, I'm still getting dollars all the time. Bang, 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 do 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 do. Bang, 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 do 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 do. Bang, 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 do 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 do. Bang, 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 bang. Chill. Slum the motherfucking resident. Got my nigga Sino with me. Queensbridge, NYC. I'm fucking out here, nigga. Echo Park to QB and back again. Brat.
I can catch the wave if it's ocean like cup on king tide, got me on tsunami like seaweed. Got a nigga running like his ankle high. I can walk on water, yeah, a nigga feeling Jesus like. Why you whining about the water? You could take a sip of mine. Excuse me, God, but baby, over there it's Mary fine. Cause God will fuck, I wonder what the hell was on Joseph mind. Probably slut, but baby girl so fine. I would say the baby mine. So when I'm at the gates, Peter better call my name one time. Pussy like a rollerblade, you wanna be the first in line. I can be a booty ting and you can be my Damon riding all the freaky shit you do, plus you swallow tippy tie. Make a old flick, girl, use a pin up. Bad eyes, thick thighs, terrorize you enter. My right eye like heaven sent ya. You my nigga, catch way with ya. I can have a Benzo, or cannot afford a talker truck. Everything is everything. I could be out of love. Would you catch the wave or what? I said, would you catch the wave or what? Are you looking long term? Are you just trying to fuck? We can do the freaky things or chillin', just roll it up. Can you catch the wave or what? I said, can you catch the wave or what?
What's your plan for this year? Man, shit, we're gonna flip what I got. Just graduated. We're gonna do it big this year. We're at the beach right now. We're gonna hit this bonfire.
Yeah, you're the only one doing something New Year's this year. Look, homie.
Hell no, that's not what it looked like.
Shit, homie, you better take flight on that, homie.
What?
Set of shit.
You know, he done fucked up. It's a wrap.
He's gonna get this for.
It's a wrap.
Try to keep insanity like Jaws and Amity. So high, phantom off waves, making fan of me. Long hair, crazy style like an anime. Trying to stay on the wave like an Adam David Hasselhoff, watch me look Baywatch. Never soft like Chevy, life's too hard. Seen too many sandy chicks trying to get the bikini ride. Show me what you do and I'll show you what she hide. I could have a Benz, a lot of friends, kill every trend, but baby, these are them type of waves that don't really ever end. Catch a wave or fail to swim and lose your life. Life's a casino, Dan Marino, now and then you rest in ice. All the rock and power, got me surf wave. I don't need an hour, fucking rain like Shaye. Oceans opened up and optimists fly. Kick a sandcastle, knock up your tower.
I can have a Benzo, or cannot afford a talker truck. Everything is everything. I could be out of love. Would you catch the wave or what? I said, would you catch the wave or what? Are you looking long term? Are you just trying to fuck? We can do the freaky things or chillin', just roll it up. Can you catch the wave or what? I said, can you catch the wave or what? I've been out here riding waves, making plays. Fuck with all the haters say, I do my thing. Seen it from a different view, yeah, a different frame. Never viewed this life the same, had to make a change. Let me ride a wave, no surfboard. Never listen to the shit they say about me in my own lane. Fuck a turf war, had to tell the fucking face to get around me. Yeah, different from you. No, we ain't the same. I'm good with the sauce, and you don't relate. I'm riding the wave. I'm riding the wave. I'm riding the wave. I'm riding the wave. Point and hope they catch the drift. They catch the drift as I take a sip. Then I catch the drip. Yeah. Make a old flick, girl, use a pin up. Bad eyes, thick thighs, terrorize you enter. My right eye like heaven sent ya. You my nigga, catch way with ya. I can have a Benzo, or cannot afford a talker truck. Everything is everything. I could be out of love. Would you catch the wave or what? I said, would you catch the wave or what? Are Are you looking long term? Are you just trying to fuck? We can do the freaky things or chillin', just roll it up. Can you catch the wave by why? I said, can you catch the wave by why?
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Young Baca, the American Dream. We are back at the B-Side Forum. We get together every other Wednesday night, discuss all things life, all things hip-hop, all things business.
And wrestling.
But tonight, we're talking wrestling. Courtesy of Shaye Whitey, man. I want to give a big shout out to Cino himself once again for jumping on that track with some of the resident. Shout out to Social Butterfly. Shout out to 5 Star Bar in beautiful New York City. Let's get into it, man. You want to write for WWE?
Don't we all?
I think we all think we could write for WWE.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think, but my issue is sometimes I feel like I come up with something that I really want to see happen, and then it doesn't happen, and I know it's not going to happen, and then I get frustrated that it didn't happen.
But do you want to see it? Just because you want to see it doesn't mean the 8-year-old kid that loves John Cena wants to see it, or that loves AJ Styles.
I think the 8-year-old kid's still going to watch wrestling, whereas us, we could be like, you know what, I'd rather go to work that day, or I'd rather do
I
this.
think you're still going to watch wrestling no matter what. I think the 8-year-old kid could still get influenced if he's going to go to basketball
let's put this
and
in-
football.
Let's put this in perspective, though. Like, we'll use me for an example. Is I wanted to go to Raw this week, but then I chose to go to the Rams game instead, and that was the best decision I've ever made in my life. So, because
Was that the best game you've ever seen?
that was the best game and the worst Raw I've ever seen. I came home and watched Raw after, and that was terrible. Like, it's usually a 1 out of 5 scale for most people. That was a 0 Raw. That was absolutely bad.
I've never seen you so passionate about something until that question right now.
Dude, wrestling, this is why I'm here, right? If we start talking about hip-hop.
the Raw is too long, is what it is. It shouldn't be 3
Yeah,
hours.
but you know what?
In
I
my
went to
opinion,
I went
2
to
hours.
SmackDown.
Yeah.
I went to SmackDown yesterday, and it seemed like it was too short because there wasn't enough time to get everybody on the show.
Isn't the 205
That's
live
what's
on that one or
crazy.
no?
205 Live sucks.
But it's not on that same
I
day.
think-
They film it before SmackDown.
Oh,
205
okay.
Live is okay.
No, 205 Live
What
sucks.
about the
205 Live is just, it's
Huh?
tough.
what about the 24-year-old pizza go?
Yeah, he's dope.
Am
He's
I
dope.
Lashley.
My
Lashley.
Oh, man, that guy's annoying as hell.
My thoughts
He's
on
dope.
205
I like that
Live
kid.
is
Oh, man.
it's hard to get invested in the whole show because outside the main event, what are the other guys doing? That's usually my concern with it.
Raw.
For 205 Live.
Oh, 205 Live. Nobody
I
cares
honestly
about
think they
205
should just
Live, dude.
split the 205 Live roster on SmackDown and Raw. Still let them have their own show if they want it. But at least the other guys could do something on SmackDown and
Yeah,
Raw.
they
If
get
they're
It
not
doesn't.
doing
It's
something.
not consistent. It doesn't make sense. So why isn't Rey Mysterio in 205 Live? He
Because-
weighs like 180.
Yeah, but he's won a
160
world
pounds.
Because
He's won
he's
a
a
world
legend
title.
now. He's like,
Yeah.
he's been in,
Okay.
he's
So
done
why
all
isn't
that shit.
why isn't Finn Balor in 205
Because
Live?
he's won a world title.
To be honest, he should be on 205
No,
Live.
If
But
that's
you know
the if that's the
what? He'll be
category,
used
I get
better.
why you're
if that's the
asking
category, then
because
you know.
guys like Mike Bennett, or I'm sorry, Mike Kanellis,
Yeah.
and Zack Ryder are now in 205.
And they don't weigh 205.
Zach Ryder's on 205 Live?
Yes, he is.
know
He
that.
is.
And they
Zack
don't weigh
Ryder's-
205.
But I'm like, what about like Apollo Crews? You'd be perfect for
Nah, we don't
205
need Apollo
Live.
Crews.
He's under two. He's
Like-
205. Apollo Crews.
Apollo Crews
No,
is like
well, he could
230.
shred-
No,
he
he's
could
not.
shred
There's
it,
no
man.
way.
We could just
I
say
would-
He just doesn't look like a cruiserweight, but.
well,
I should be on
Zack Ryder don't
205
either,
Live, right?
you know?
I should be on 205 Live. I imagine we
You
walking
know
out
what?
there.
Like, if they want to, like, they can make the 205 Live just a third brand instead of having the cruiserweight restriction on the show.
How about you get rid
And-
of it?
and that's
so
how
if
you
I,
can
if
watch
I
some
weigh
of the guys you
180
don't see.
pounds, I can't compete for the Intercontinental Championship. That's
Oh, they should do it like they used to.
That's
like you're saying.
sizeism.
Like they used to do. The cruiserweight title was just a title, so you had to be under a certain weight to win it.
Oh,
just
man.
feature it on the other shows. I don't know why they have their own show. It's kind of
So if I'm trying to compete, if I'm Jeff Hardy, I'm not going to go against the guy that's in the 205 Live division. It's below me, right?
It's like when
That's what
Matt
they make it
Matt
seem.
Hardy-
Well, I
remember
don't
he
know.
won the
like
cruiserweight title?
Cedric Alexander, I mean, he's 205, but he looks like he could throw down with Jeff. I think, and not everyone has the same stature.
But just so
You know
now
what I mean?
he has his glass ceiling. You know what I'm saying? It's
No,
stupid.
but that's the thing. Like even if he is under 205, whatever it is, like he has
Yeah.
a good title reign. So by that point, he should be able to challenge for the
Transition.
Intercontinental
Yeah, that's
title,
true.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like why
I
not?
would like
But-
to see 305 Live. You have to be over 305 pounds. That'd be dope. That would
No,
be dope.
why?
That would be dope.
It's just
Or
Braun
should it
Strowman versus
just
Big Show every
be-
week, or
Or instead of 205 Live, should it be like 205 plus? Like, you know what I mean?
It
Like,
just it doesn't make sense, and it's it seems like it puts everyone a glass ceiling,
Or
no
should
matter
they
how
just-
good of a wrestler you
Do
are.
you think they should just like absorb the title division into like NXT?
No, well,
Yeah.
actually, like they used to do into
And make
Raw and all
NXT
that.
the
Why
third
not?
brand. Yeah.
Yeah, because then you could just have like one cruiserweight title match like weekly, you know, on
Yeah, I agree.
NXT, and you know they're gonna get great time. You know,
And the NXT crowd's gonna appreciate those
oh
wrestlers.
yeah, definitely, yeah.
Let me ask you a question: who is the best wrestler on the planet right now, besides yourself?
On the planet right now, I'd probably have to say Omega.
Yeah, best bout machine, man.
Young Omega, you going Omega as well?
Kenny Omega.
Yeah. Honestly, like you guys are gonna be mad at me, but I haven't really seen his matches. I don't watch a lot of indie stuff.
man.
I'm sorry.
Hey, don't let these fucking losers. Hey, don't let these losers
don't
fucking
kick-
influence
don't
you,
kick me off
Shay.
the show.
Don't let these losers
Yeah,
influence you,
I was
dude.
over here about
I haven't
to say,
had
don't
time to
feel
watch
bad.
We used to be the cool guys. Now we're over here like, oh, you know, I'm a little embarrassed to say I haven't watched a lot of Japan matches.
I'm about to get kicked off here right now.
We're still the cool guys,
the
dude.
internet, this YouTube. You can see highlights like. You can put
No,
in
but-
Kenny Omega top moves right now and be astonished.
You know what? Honestly,
You know
and
what I
I've heard that name so much from everybody that I follow that's a wrestling fan, like you guys, like here,
Yeah.
and so I do. I have to check that out. But so
These
so
motherfuckers
from
come into
who I-
our house and make us feel
no,
bad because we're not watching
okay.
because we're not watching Japanese wrestling,
Well,
Shay.
the thing is, the WWE still has some top 10
Yeah,
wrestlers.
yeah.
in
I'll
there.
just
So
say
it's
right
not
now,
like-
the best is to me is AJ Styles. Even though I was never a fan of his when he was
Yeah.
in like
He's still a top 5
TNA
wrestler.
and all that.
I would say
but
Omega,
he's bad. He is
AJ
bad.
close. You know what I mean, right behind. Like because what do you that's you got to figure out what the standard is. You're
It's
talking
like
about
it's
all
like
around
it's like
entertaining,
Madden. It's like when you play
charisma.
Madden, they have all the attributes and you average it out. to
Okay,
make
maybe
the
his
overall.
talking is not the maybe his.
So who has the
guys.
highest overall?
AJ stumbles a lot, right?
Yeah,
He stumbles
I don't
a
know
lot.
if he has the
I'm
best
not a fan
promos.
of WWE version of AJ Styles.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of him cutting.
But he's trying to sell merchandise to 8-year-old kids, though. You know what I'm saying?
Like Samoa Joe could cut a good promo.
Oh yeah, you know what? Actually, I wanted to mention him because to me he is the most legit like badass that there is. And
Unless
like,
he's fat. I like fat
no,
wrestlers
but
too.
he looks like
I
he's
like
really
fat
beating the
wrestlers.
hell out of people
Yeah,
every
yeah,
time
yeah.
he's in the A. So
Like that dude would be head of my security. For sure.
you know, for
Like,
real, for real.
You know what
I
mean?
remember
Like,
Great Balls of Fire last year. There was a legitimate chance.
Can you still believe that was a pay-per-view name?
Right?
Yeah.
But when Samoa Joe was going against Brock, we all looked at that like, yeah, that guy could actually beat Brock.
beat
up.
Brock, yeah.
Yeah, like
And he was talking like he was going to.
Yeah.
So he was in his face, telling him, "I'm gonna put you to sleep." Nobody was doing that.
Like,
you know?
if-
So
He's
all of
legit.
us love him. He's a legitimate badass, and then he gets jobbed out in 5 minutes.
Couldn't believe that, man. That was the shirt. Like I said, man. Right before we went on, that was the shirt I wore specifically.
if I had
You know
to
what I
pick
mean?
someone on that SmackDown team to be the sole survivor beforehand, I actually would have probably thought it was Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
Maybe Shane just for storyline purposes, but Samoa Joe.
Yeah,
Why
shit.
don't they let him shine? Why does Samoa Joe always come so
I
close?
don't
but
know,
they only-
man.
I honestly think that he had an opportunity with the AJ Styles thing, and this is just a moment of, you know what, Samoa Joe should have won the title. I think even Vince probably
Yeah,
thinks
man.
Samoa Joe should have won the title, but he's like, no, this is the story I wanted to tell.
Don't you
AJ's
think-
gonna go
Yeah.
through the fall with the title.
Don't you
Yeah.
think that Vince thinks he's too fat to win the title and stuff? Like he doesn't like the way
I
he
think,
looks.
I think we're
But what
past
about
that now.
Owens?
I don't think it
Man.
is. I think it's what it is. I think he just. I think right now they want to make they just want to make long title reigns again, which to me is better. Like,
Yeah.
I remember back in the day when I first started wrestling, Hulk Hogan was champion for like 3 years.
Yeah.
But it didn't get like tiring. I
To
wasn't tired of
me,
seeing him
A
wrestle.
guy named Shaye Whitey will love Hulk Hogan, right?
Hey, he's
fucking
like,
racist,
hey,
right?
Honestly, hey, I started watching wrestling because of Hulk Hogan. I'll say that
That's
right now.
dope, that's
He was the one I knew about. I'm not saying he's the best wrestler. Like, yeah, of course.
Do
he
you-
had 4
do you
moves,
know-
5
do you
moves,
know- do you know
but
what-
he's the
fuck
one that got
that
me
guy.
into
Do
it in
you
the first
know what
place.
he said?
1985 or some shit.
Do you
like
know
that.
like the controversy that he's like the stuff that he said?
Yo, I do, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it was
hey,
unfortunate,
no, but-
and I
And
hated
you
to
still
hear
love
it.
him? Okay, it's okay.
I
No,
didn't
but
say
that's
that. I
good.
didn't
No,
say
no,
that.
that's
I
good you
said
asked
he
that.
got me into wrestling.
Because there's some people that I know that just know that something bad happened, and they would, it involves tape. Oh, I'm not interested. So they don't even.
Some of the
know-
stuff he
yeah.
said was
Yeah.
was
Trust me.
crazy.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
My jaw dropped
Do
pretty
you
low.
if Hulk Hogan comes back tomorrow Monday night, his music hits "I Am a Real American"? Do you pop or you?
I don't know, man. I was never a Hogan guy. I was.
Flair.
But it's still cool.
I love Flair, but my thing, like growing up, I all my friends that were into love Hogan, but I love Taker because when he
But
came
you could
in,
sense that he was a racist, right?
Yeah,
I've
I
heard-
didn't
yeah.
put that
He's
past
like,
him.
yeah.
I didn't put that past
He hasn't said
him.
anything in 20 minutes. He's like, yeah.
You know?
honestly, yeah, I've heard stories.
His theme song's
stories
real
about
American.
Hogan
I
for
mean,
a while.
Even how he talked to Mr. T in promos, I was like,
Yeah.
he calls him a nigga
There's
backstage.
that
like-
one where he literally is like, I'm pitting the food. He's like, yeah, I will pity that fool as well, Mr. T. And it's like,
It's like, why you trying so hard to be well spoken now?
yeah,
Because you're Mr. T.
exactly.
That's foul.
It's like, you're a wrestler, dude.
Who do you think the best wrestler is besides yourself? What's your
Are you talking like
Nia
pound
Jax
for
hands?
pound,
No, you
or like
tell me.
has, like,
I'm asking you a question.
The
You answer.
charisma, the
Pound for
athleticism, the
pound.
total
Everything.
package.
You tell me. Total package. That's what it is.
I mean, all
wrestler?
time, I almost want to say The Rock. You know what I mean?
Oof.
No, I gotta give you that, bro.
Charismatic,
If we're-
entertaining.
Okay.
Like,
If we're
He has the whole package.
Yeah, you know?
Usually when we have these shows, I have to like ask questions to get guests to talk. I haven't had to say anything this whole show. Like motherfuckers are talking. Oh, go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say,
Ask me
if we're
a
doing the Madden thing. Yeah, The Rock checks all the boxes, even the wrestling. He was at least 85 or higher.
His sharpshooter
So-
was in.
Classic matches.
So
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Everyone has a bad
like Shawn
shot.
Michaels was a 95
I've seen some
or
classic
higher.
matches from The
But
Rock
Yeah,
for
yeah.
real.
My question also was, who do you think the best is now? You think you going with Kenny Omega as well?
Best now. I'm gonna have to go with AJ, man.
I respect that.
It was
yeah,
Seth,
completely
but
okay.
I think the way all the top guys are getting booked, AJ's just been consistent. Because even I kind of snoozed through this Shinsuke Seth match where I was like,
Oh, it sucked.
this match could
It
be
sucked.
better. Yeah,
Oh, it
this
was
match
awful.
could be better.
Because I was surprised that
It was
Seth-
really bad. It was really
but
bad.
Why did he kick out of the Kinshasa to the back of the head? Because to me, I always feel like he hits that when he wants to
No
put like
jobs.
a
No
you
jobs.
know,
when he wants to finish.
Right,
No
yeah,
jobs.
AJ
so-
did the same thing though.
Yeah.
AJ kicked out of the back of the head one.
Oh,
Let me ask you a question. How do you get an In-N-Out sticker? You just go to In-N-Out that much that they hook you up with stickers?
Yeah.
I've never seen a DJ that has an In-N-Out hamburger sticker on the laptop.
Oh, they've been
It's
giving out
pretty
stickers for
impressive,
years.
dude.
bro.
Oh,
You didn't know that?
God.
Bumper
bro.
stickers, bro.
Here was my thought going into it. I was like, I got a new laptop. I need to decorate it for
Yep.
shows. And
I
was
hate
at
that. I
In-N-Out.
hate that hip hop thing that you have to put stickers on your laptop.
Me too, but I was like,
I would
fuck
never
why
do
not?
that.
You know
but it's like that's how you know it's yours. You know what I mean?
what DJ?
Is that, is it,
hey,
are you frustrated?
I got stickers
name
for you.
another DJ that's got an In-N-Out.
That's dope. I respect
Yeah,
that. I
that's
respect that. Do you want to see women's tag teams?
Yeah.
Is that something you want to see?
I think it's dumb that it has been happening now.
Yeah,
I
it's a
mean,
good
they
idea.
I mean, like we
And they have so much. It seems like they're putting together so much teams
right?
too.
Like
yeah.
every Monday, there's a tag match, and it's like for no reason. The same thing, like you said. I totally agree with you. You talk about 205 Live, Brian. Like, if you're not in the title picture, no one cares what you're
Doesn't
doing. So you
matter,
got
yeah.
these tag team matches for no reason. But if there was like a tag division in 205 Live, then it gives those guys more storylines.
And
you know
the
what I
way
mean?
the way they were linking some of these girls together too.
Yeah.
It seemed like they were tag teams.
Yeah,
you know?
Asuka,
Sasha
Naomi
and Bailey,
now.
Asuka, Naomi, like all
Yeah.
the.
my
you know?
thought process when they first did the brand split, cheap plug,
Yeah.
was that
See, that's how long it's been since we had the podcast. I didn't even know what you're
I'm
talking
surprised you
about. I was like,
didn't
what
say
are you?
that in the beginning. It's
I didn't
like-
understand.
So
And the co-host
I thought
of,
SmackDown shouldn't have their own solo title. SmackDown should have had the women's tag title while Raw had the solo title, and then they could switch it every shakeup. And then the SmackDown should have had trios champions, and Raw could have tag champions, and then that could switch every shakeup.
Let me tell you what my thought. Here's what I thought should happen when they first.
I've never
years
seen
ago-
Shade Sasota before. Go ahead.
Years ago, when they first did the brand split, years ago, right? There was one women's champion and one men's champion, and they defended on both brands.
Yeah, I missed that.
They should have done that with the world title for sure.
Yeah, for
The
sure.
I agree.
Because this universal title thing is just.
It's a joke.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone's like, "Who's the
Because
WWE
that's
champion?" And then you're
basically
like,
what happened
"Technically,
anyway.
it's
There's
AJ."
only one title.
Is this the go-to conversation when you go on a date? You swipe with somebody on Tinder.
Depends on who it is.
Is this your conversation that you have?
Like I asked the exact same questions on my first question when I get on Bumble.
There you go.
She'll be like, "Hey, how are you?" And I'm like, first things first. So how do you feel about the new push for Drew McIntyre or something?"
you just send her a list of names, who you pushing. And answers do matter.
Push, fire, rebuild.
As being part of the 1% of wrestling fans that have a wife, is she frustrated with your obsession with wrestling?
No, she was there with me at WrestleMania. She was there Sunday with me at Survivor Series.
That's
as long as
dope,
she's
bro.
got alcohol in her cup, man. She's
That's
good.
dope, man.
Amen.
Yeah,
Amen.
actually, she what I thought was awesome was she saw the Ronda match at Mania. She thought it was really impressive, like how well she did. But then she's watching it, and the whole, if you guys already watched it, Charlotte pretty much turned heel. She became a Charlotte fan so quick. So quick. She was like, oh man, I thought this chick would just come out with these sparkly outfits and just woo like her dad. I know you love Ric Flair, but she won me over tonight. And then the whole time she's like, why is Ronda just sitting there crying? We don't care about you, bitch.
My thoughts on
You got your ass
You're
kicked.
giving Shaye Whitey hope that there's women out there that can.
Hey, that's dope, bro. Hey, I follow his Instagram. I seen
Yeah.
he was at Mania. I was following your stuff.
Yeah, oh,
that's
yeah.
dope, bro. You guys were checking.
Yeah,
I even
man.
seen where you guys had ran into some of the wrestlers on the thing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
dude,
But you know,
that's-
and I will say that was hard to maneuver because that was supposed to be mostly vacate. Then we'll do Mania on the way out. But it was, man, we were just too in the middle of all the melee. Like everywhere I went, someone had a Rusev Day shirt or yelled Rusev Day or delete or something. It was just, we couldn't escape it. But she wasn't even going to go to the show. And like literally the night before, she decided she wanted to go. She caught the bug. We found a ticket. And she's been rocking.
So
man.
my
So-
thoughts with Ronda, and I don't think the WWE realizes, but I feel like her popularity is on a thread.
Yeah.
Like I feel like some people are gonna.
She's
start getting-
dope, man.
I think a lot of people like her, but I feel like people are gonna start getting frustrated that she seems unbeatable.
She's the greatest woman
But she's
fighter of all time.
But there's plenty of people on Raw.
Do you think you could take Ronda Rousey? Like if you go down the alley,
No.
she bumps into you.
No, but I'm saying is there's people that when we first got invested in the women's revolution, like Sasha Banks, Bayley, and all these people, now they feel irrelevant because Ronda has the title and no one's beating Ronda.
But
for
it's
the
about
title.
legitimacy. I don't think there's any way a Sasha could take down Ronda.
But what I'm saying is it's not a matter.
It's like the baddest of
I'm
all
not
time.
talking about realism. I'm talking about the popularity. I think people are going to start getting frustrated.
Yeah.
That
Well,
you could say the same thing about Brock Lesnar too, right?
right?
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
You can say the same
people
about
are
Lesnar.
frustrated with Brock
Yeah, but
Lesnar.
Ronda's
That's the
showing up
difference.
more than
Yeah,
Brock.
but Lesnar's a
dude.
beast. He's a fucking animal,
Yeah, but
dude.
Lesnar
he was
doesn't
he was
care
UFC
anymore.
heavyweight
Yeah,
champion,
but
dude.
Lesnar's
But
not
what-
defending the title on a
Yeah,
Monday.
well,
After he
well,
got his
Ronda.
ass
But
kicked
let me-
on Sunday.
If you don't got to do it, you don't got to do
Let me
it.
explain this about Brock though. Is we could be frustrated with him. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
But Ronda's character is supposed to give a shit.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
that's the difference.
Yeah,
so,
very true.
So if Ronda's just gonna keep this title, we're getting into WrestleMania season. We're trying to figure out who she's gonna wrestle. But if it's not believable that anyone could beat her, and they're not booking anyone that could beat her,
Very
right
true.
now might be Nia, but Nia shouldn't.
Well, they should at least make it look like they're giving her a competition, though.
So I think someone from SmackDown needs to win the Royal Rumble and challenge Ronda.
Listen, the only
at
person we
Mania.
care about is Becky Lynch, right? That's the only person
Becky
we care
Lynch
about.
is the most
I
over wrestler
love
in
Becky
the
Lynch.
country.
Like
You
I'm
know-
in love with her. Like I want to create
What
a
I will
family with
say
her.
though
Like
for you,
seriously.
to you too, is the one thing I can say too is at least Ronda is. I feel like she's not doing the Cena thing. Like
Right, I
she's
agree.
not kicking
Hey,
out.
watch your
out
mouth on my show, dude. This guy
She's not,
disrespectful,
you know what I mean?
man.
Like it seems like
agree.
she's willing to do a job if they need her to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
but
agree.
I get
But she's never
the
done a
powers
job,
that
so how
be
can you
might
say
go,
that?
no,
Ronda
we
seems
need
mo-
you, to sell
Do you,
tickets.
do you,
what I'm saying.
Like,
hold on. I get frustrated when people say that he doesn't. You know how much times John Cena's lost in the last 2.5 years? He's lost a lot, dude.
not big match.
You-
Not hair.
he
but-
lost to
Yeah,
AJ.
not big.
He lost to AJ,
Hold
right?
on.
He lost
That-
to AJ.
that's after
he,
a-
he
that's
got he
after a
jobbed
decade.
out. Hold on, he
CM
jobbed out to Undertaker. You know what I'm saying? Like, come
Wait,
on,
that's
dude.
after a
He
decade.
didn't job out, man. That was
That
shit,
was
man.
just all kinds of.
Yo, that was a
foolery.
shit.
Yeah, that was
He
just
was-
foolery.
It was all kinds of disrespectful. That was earning his ass whipping live on the biggest stage of them all.
That's
Just
after
'cause
a
Brock Lesnar's
decade
in
of
the-
not
you
putting
know, in the
anybody
crowd,
over.
You know,
He lost to Roman Reigns.
This is a decade after not putting people over. I don't
Yeah.
give a shit what he's done in the last 2.5 years.
You know, if
Yeah.
I was a
Built that
wrestler and they said you never have to lose, I would say okay.
No, he finally got the hint after, like, okay, I'm not even coming as much. It's really
and you
good.
think
I
you're
should
just
at
gonna
least
give
like,
him number
you know.
17?
Cena
Nah,
understands
he's gotta
his
earn
role.
17, bro.
He's going to get 17. It's going to drive you
Yeah, but
nuts.
he's got to earn it.
Hey,
But
I think he.
he don't have
all
to-
he does is lose. He lost to
think he
Shinsuke.
has-
He lost to Roman Reigns. He lost to Undertaker.
He's
He lost to
had
AJ. All he does is
bad
lose.
year.
Hey,
Out
go-
of
go
how
No, it's
I
like
think
two.
Cena
It's 2
has to-
years.
I don't think Cena has to earn 17. It has to make sense. He can't just show up and win the belt. Like he has to be invested into a feud.
It's fighting.
Yeah.
If you
Okay, maybe
beat the
not
guy,
earn,
you win. It's
but
fighting.
I think he needs to put over younger talent before he gets that
Just
final
like
17.
dude, he lost to
That's
all
what
those
I
people. How
think.
much more do you want him to lose?
Yeah,
you want him to
but
drop out
who's
with Leo
that's
Bush?
actually-
And
like-
who's over now as a
Exactly.
result of
I was just gonna ask him.
Well-
Right? Who?
AJ Styles. He made AJ Styles.
he
He,
didn't-
I don't know.
made AJ Styles.
No,
yes,
he
he did.
didn't.
100%.
That was the
Roman
house that
Reigns
AJ
made
Styles
AJ
built.
Styles.
All right.
Well, to ask Doc a question, what young talent is right now is worthy of Cena putting over?
Well, okay, let's. Shinsuke.
Do you know who?
Shinsuke, he beat Cena, right?
Yeah, Shinsuke beat him, dude.
And
He
what's
dropped
he
him on
doing?
his head.
And what
dropped
he
him on his
had-
head.
he had
Because
four-
Shinsuke's boring. It's not Cena's fault.
Let's
Yeah,
not talk over
is
each other.
Boring.
he boring, or is it that Vince has no
So that's not
faith
Cena.
in him?
But so that's not Cena's fault.
He had 4 title matches. Though.
That's not
You know
Cena's
what I mean?
fault.
I
that
do
he
remember
lost.
one time Cena. What stands out? I remember him putting over Kevin Owens. I remember that.
Yeah, that's probably the
Fucking
last.
jobbed out to
Yeah.
Kevin Owens.
And then,
Dude, all he does is give out
wait,
jobs.
hold on. And
man.
then he did not
And-
drop the Kevin Owens like shortly after. So we gotta
Yeah.
keep that in mind.
And I mean, look,
The biggest
should have jobbed the Bray, and they had to do it
That
with the
one?
weird kid singing in a steel cage.
Listen, Bray Wyatt is going out with JoJo. He has nothing to complain about.
All right,
Word.
Bray,
Nothing to complain about.
Bray and Rusev.
Eater of girls.
Were the
Whoa.
ones
JoJo's hot,
Yeah, there you
dude.
go.
Cena should have been putting Rusev and Bray over at those Mania, and it just didn't happen. And those were the biggest killers. Those are the biggest berries. And whatever he does now is not going to make up for that.
Do you think they go up to John Cena and say, "Hey, do you mind jobbing this guy?" Or they say, "Hey, this is what's going to happen tonight." Blah blah blah. You're going to go.
No, they
okay.
absolutely
I would say
ask if
okay.
he's down to do it. What are you talking about, man? No.
John Cena didn't have
And you think he says, "No, I'm not going to put him
You're
over"?
talking about the guy who
all he
didn't want
does
to
is put people over.
Did he put over the Nexus? I'll wait.
No, but
Exactly.
he's
And who-
openly
and who's still there?
He's
Heath
openly
Slater.
said.
Heath Slater is the only person still there. And
So he did openly
somebody
says
else.
he says, "You know what? I should have put him over."
Yeah,
he
but
says, "I
that-
made a mistake." All we can ask for, if you admit to your mistakes, own up to it as a man. That's all we can ask for.
what you did yesterday doesn't fix tomorrow, bro. You know what I mean? You could say, "Oh, I was wrong," but
Yeah.
that doesn't undo it. And he didn't go to bat for him after
So,
that.
for example, Undisputed Era is coming up. John Cena should maybe put Adam Cole over.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck that.
I agree.
Nah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah, baby.
I agree.
Yeah.
Adam
So,
Cole.
I like Adam Cole.
If Cena should lose to
There's
anyone,
anybody-
it's
yeah.
Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Right.
Not Velveteen Dream. Fuck Velveteen Dream.
And I won't even say,
Yo, brother, he's
I
gonna
won't
get
even
you.
say Drew McIntyre.
Yo,
He's
Brian, tell me he's gonna get
Right?
tell me he's gonna get his black card if he folks for saying stuff like that,
And
man.
you know what else?
Velveteen
I
Dream.
think-
Velveteen Dream's dope, man.
I agree.
He's dope.
He is dope.
He's had good
He's
matches,
dope.
but I'm
Nah,
like,
he's
No,
dope.
he is. No, that
He's-
guy. He
he's
is,
still
in
gonna
my
be-
opinion, the next Rock.
He's still gonna be
I
Patrick
think
Clark
still-
to me.
He still needs
In
another
terms
year
of
in developmental
charisma,
or so.
in terms
But
of
Did you say
merch,
Drew
all that.
McIntyre?
Yeah, I think Drew McIntyre should definitely go over Cena.
The only thing about him,
And
He's
Joe.
going over everybody. He's
I
going
think
over
the only thing
everybody.
about Drew, like McIntyre, is like I remember when he was a jobber back in the day. So it's
Yeah.
so it's hard to
And
like
see-
I don't know. And then he
No,
even
no,
got fired.
Once
That's-
his job
Yeah.
What was
was
it?
a job.
But you know what?
Three-man
No,
band. Remember three-man band?
Oh yeah. No, you bring
Like-
and see, you bring up a good thing because Drew went through the Roman thing. Drew was Roman because he was the $1 million contract. He was specially picked by Vince McMahon publicly. And you know what? That was off script. That wasn't even written. So he left,
The chosen
came
one,
back,
right?
and now
and he looks
now
better.
Yeah.
If he stayed in WWE, he wouldn't be better.
He tapped out. Kurt
Saw the way he said it right now. He said,
Angle,
"And he looks a lot better." Like,
Yeah.
He does.
He does.
He does.
he's cut, right?
He
He's
used to
cut.
look like
Yeah.
a skinny 6'10" guy. Now he looks like the scariest guy in the locker room.
Yeah.
So
Seriously.
listen, we could discuss this all night, but we got to get out here eventually.
Well, you wasted time for all that hip hop stuff.
Yeah.
For the 2 seconds we talked about hip hop,
Yeah.
go ahead. Where can the people find you on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, all that good stuff?
You can find me at myonlybrand on Instagram or BrianAndrew_ on Instagram. I just post a lot of memes for the most part.
I love it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And yeah, that's about it. I'm not doing anything anymore. Oh yeah, and I'm also the co-host of the new sports show on the B-side.
And the
Stay
brand
tuned.
split. And the brand split.
Brands, but we should have a podcast together.
Damn,
We should make it
brand
happen.
split, throwback.
Go ahead, man. Where can the people find? Oh, hold on. If a woman wants to find you on like Bubble or Tinder or stuff like that, what's your name?
Brian.
There you go. Nice. My
Yeah,
guy.
man, you can find me, Doc Lesnar, on Instagram at Doc Lesnar. You can find me on Facebook and Twitter at I'm Doc Lesnar. You can find my music on every major platform. And when I'm not here discussing wrestling with you guys, I'm doing it with my clone and stunt double on The Quincy Jones Show. Follow us at The Quincy Jones Show on Instagram, and check us out on SoundCloud, iTunes, all that.
Can I request that we have a sports and wrestling show?
Gotta talk to Shay. Shay's the man in
to
charge,
me-
man.
You going for like a Jonathan Coachman
Hey,
type
you know what?
plan?
I talked about wrestling on the sports show that we had in the past. I mean, it equates. It's okay. It's fine. You know, I approve it.
Oh, yeah, my guy. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Where can the people find you at Young Shaye Whitey?
You can find me Shaye Whitey on Instagram and Twitter, but mostly if you guys follow the B-Side show and you can see everything that we're doing here, just shout out to Baca for having me. Shout out to the whole team here, Drakk, my brother in the back, my brother's Rabbit, Gene.
Drakk's
the
looking
whole
like a
team.
cholo today, right?
Shout
He has a
out
little-
to
brother,
Rabbit,
Drakk,
Rabito.
Yeah, the homies, and shout out actually my girl Heather. I think she's watching.
Woo! What a shout out! Look at that.
Hey, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. And,
Doctor didn't shout out his
Oh,
wife.
shit, my-
Damn.
Hey,
No, he did. We talked about her.
She at home
Yeah.
with the in-laws. They prepping Thanksgiving right now. I got to
that's
work
what's
tomorrow.
up.
so-
Oh yeah,
What-
happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yeah,
else.
man.
What is your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Man, you know what? I usually mess with the mac and cheese, bro.
Mac and cheese, amen,
Mac and
brother.
cheese, yeah.
Mac and cheese. What you going with, young Brian? Young black man like yourself.
If it's made right, I really do like stuffing.
Yeah.
This is a
it has
PG
to be
show,
made
my
right.
guy.
Come on. Started with it.
Jeez.
Hey, even the look on his face.
Yeah,
Right,
all
yeah.
good stuff.
Oh yeah, turkey with the
There you
gravy.
go.
That's my the main course. I'm sorry, that's my best shit.
Where can the people find you at, young man?
At Jamal Cinco Uno on Twitter and Instagram. Follow Gold Coast Federation.
Follow the Fed.
On,
There you go.
On Instagram at Gold Coast Federation.
Come here. No. Come on.
At GCW Anaheim on Twitter.
Where can the people find you at, ma'am? On Instagram and Twitter and all that good stuff.
You guys can find me on Instagram at worldvisions_ and Twitter _ yesiglifix.
See, that wasn't tough, right?
Good
That was
job.
easy. You
That's
made
good.
it happen. There you go.
Hey, and one
Shout
more thing. Be sure to also follow Rival Pro Wrestling. That's Rival_Pro Wrestling. And check out our YouTube, man. We got a first couple matches on there. Your boys, 1/3 of the commentary team, and it's really fun to do commentary.
Who else
man.
you do commentary
Really
with?
Fun. It's me, my brother, and our boy Mark McFly. So the
Oh,
Quincy
man.
Jones show.
You got to get young Bach up there
Hey,
for
man,
half of
hey,
that,
hey,
my
it's
guy.
fun.
Jeez.
And you know what? I'm
fun.
gonna talk to you guys. How do I become a referee? Like that's what
I
I'm
was like a referee.
Quincy's trying to do the same thing.
There you go.
He's thinking about it. Now, real talk, I'm like, dude, you need to go down to Full Sail and just get me tickets. But also,
You look like a referee,
Hey,
Shay.
I could do it. Hey,
Yeah,
you know, I don't
definitely,
look like a
man.
wrestler, but
You
hey,
know,
man, I know my
man,
shit.
like-
You could actually learn to be a ref in training, like somebody training at a wrestling school, like
Really?
at OCCW down in Stanton, where our boys are at, or Santino Brothers. Or,
Yeah, but then you got to go to Orange County, and nobody wants to do that.
Oh,
So, you
jeez,
know.
now
Hey, did you see Charlotte was at Santino's, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, working out before the big show this past Sunday. So that was
If,
pretty
if Rival needs a new Kevin Dunn, just let me know.
dope. Yeah, might need that.
Or
Might need
Jimmy
that.
Borash, or
Yeah, man.
I'd rather be Jimmy Borash than
No,
I was like, I don't know if I want to go the
we need
Kevin
to get
Dunn
you
route.
guys involved somehow, man. We always say that, but like,
Man, I could take a punch. I could give up
I
a
know.
walking
Hey,
punch.
Vince
Let's
Russo
go.
This guy legit
Yeah.
asked me, "Hey, so Cage just put me through the table?"
Listen, I would do
Right?
anything. I tell everyone I would give this hip hop stuff up in a minute if I get involved in
Hey, you
wrestling.
guys need a
industry.
Vince Russo. There we go. Right?
Yeah, man.
Vince Russo.
It's like,
Hey, I
happen.
mean, Baca. I
man.
mean, if Baca could take a punch, come down to
Let's do it.
GCW.
I'll do it. I'll take it.
Hey, yeah, RJ Wallace giving them out all day.
And about like Nia Jax, man, you know.
There you go. My name is Young Baca at Young Baca Productions at B-Side Forum. We get together every other Wednesday night, 9 p.m. only on BSIDEchannel.com. Once again, shout out to everyone that made Anna Baca Foundation's 4th year of giving out complete Thanksgiving meals possible. We had a lot of people reach out, a lot of people donate. It means a lot. Let's keep it going, baby. New states, new cities, and new countries in 2019 for Young Baca Productions. So make sure you follow us at Young Baca Productions, YoungBacaProductions.com. We out here, baby. Let's go.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Top guys out.
Yeah.
That was a pilot episode for our new sports show. Me, you, and Shay. I like that Shay didn't give up. Shay didn't.
True. I ain't know.